Hey you guys, and welcome back to another conspiracy theory video. This one is about a sponge living in a pineapple under the sea. Yep, you guessed it, SpongeBob SquarePants. Now you might be wondering, how can a show about a sponge living in the ocean have a theory? Well, if you think about it, everything has at least one theory that everyone knows. This one is about how each character of SpongeBob is linked with the 7 deadly sins. Let me explain. Let's start with the main character, SpongeBob. SpongeBob is a funny, lovable character who is always looking out for others. He gives but never receives. He has a lust for love that he gives to others, but no one except his best friend loves him. Thus, SpongeBob is lust, which is the 7th deadly sin. Lust means excessive love for others. SpongeBob has a pet snail who meows like a cat. Who thought about that? A snail who meows. Anyways, SpongeBob's pet snail is actually called Gary. SpongeBob is always saying, "Gotta go feed Gary, and don't forget to feed Gary," which means Gary is gluttony, which means overindulgence of food. Gluttony is number 5 of the 7 deadly sins. SpongeBob's best friend, Patrick Star. Patrick is the quote-unquote dumb of one of the show. He is always there for SpongeBob when no one isn't. Unlike SpongeBob, Patrick lives under a rock. Literally, he does pretty much nothing. He is lazy. In an episode, A Big Pink Loser, he's gotten an award for doing nothing for the longest, which means Patrick is sloth, which means is the first deadly sin. Sloth means lazy and unwillingness to act. Sandy Cheeks is SpongeBob's other friend, who is a land squirrel. She is always seen walking around the ocean wearing what looks like a diving suit. She lives in a dome full of air so she can breathe and sleep easily in her own environment. She is always happy and have a cheery attitude, which makes Sandy pride. She takes pride in who she is. Pride is the 6th deadly sin. Personally, I think all kids should look up to her. She is different than any other creature, and she doesn't exactly fit in, but she loves who she is. On to the next. SpongeBob works at the Krusty Krab as the Krabby Patty cook. Mr. Krabs is the owner of this Krusty Krab restaurant, and he is in love with his money. No matter what it takes, Mr. Krab wants money and nothing else. This makes him greedy. Greed is 3rd of the 7 deadly sins. Right across from the Krusty Krab is another restaurant called the Chum Bucket, which is a complete failure. Plankton is the owner of this restaurant. He is that evil little green guy who thinks he has a genius plan to steal the secret formula that goes into the Krabby Patty that Mr. Krab has. Always ends up failing at that too. He feels envious, which means he is envy, number 4 of the 7 deadly sins. Who could forget Squidward, SpongeBob's co-worker and neighbor? Squidward is always angry and hates life. SpongeBob is always trying to cheer him up and always turns out Squidward getting annoyed by his actions. I like to think of him as an angry old man who plays the clarinet. Squidward, it's wrath. Number 2 of the 7 deadly sins. There you guys have it, a conspiracy theory about SpongeBob SquarePants, linked to 7 deadly sins. I hope you subscribe, thumbs up, and click my notification bell to notify you when I upload next. And I'll see you next time. Bye!